सबको मेरा नमस्कार. This is International Master and FIDE Senior Trainer Sekhar Sahu welcomes you. On behalf of Sports Authority of Gujarat and Gujarat State Chess Association to this intermediate training session. Hello, Dina Patel, Basal Parik, Anna Azmera, Ramakrishna. Namaskar. This is International Master. Suresh Bhai Chawda. So, we'll continue with the topic some positional chess games and some attacking games also. Hello, Maulik Bhai. Good afternoon. So morning I continued about understanding ideas behind the moves and about what is positional chess, understanding a position. I mean, if you notice a weakness of opponent, that is enough for winning. Or you have a weakness, try to improve the situation quickly. If you have a badly placed piece or a weak pawn or a weak square, try to cover it. In a tactics, clear your back rank first before embarking on a tactical operation. Now, there are sometimes players of same style beat. I mean, white is an attacking player, black is also attacking player. Like Tal and Velimirovic. It is fire versus fire, pound for pound. So let's see a game Tal lot here. Action man, and this is I chose the game. This is the last tournament of Tal's life. You know, this is the last tournament he played, and after that he became just bedridden and died, passed away. Probably I don't know whether it is his last game of the life, but he played really well. Tal White played D4. Okay, so inviting for a Nimzo Indian defense or Queen's Indian defense. So Tal played G3. Just want to castle quickly. आगे देख लेगा. Now this. Actually, this is Abhi Lottier is inviting Tal into a garden where Tal is very familiar. He is inviting unnecessary complication and tactics. I remember I played this with Vidit Gujarati. You know, I think I played this and Vidit Gujarati played queen here and I played bishop a6 and I got advantage here. For example, on this move, I had this c5. Get a good game. And after that, knight c6 comes. Now, ne5 is not an issue. You have got this. So, I got a good position but mishandled that. But this position, the way Tal handles, you see. He just wants to, so that if bishop e7, he will play pawn into pawn. Waiting for the bishop to come, so pawn takes pawn with a good game. Very well played. Now you are asking immediately questions about the position. You push the pawn, a5 will come. Suppose you push a5 come, and pawn takes pawn will open up the game. When the game opens up, then Tal is very powerful player. So threatening, bad move. This is a bad move. Okay, I want you now to find out how to exploit this situation. Maybe I will make a move. Okay, last was versus Aronian. Yeah. The Tal's this was not last game, last tournament. This is the last tournament Tal's life. Barcelona. So now wants to play d5, and after that you will have an advantage. So you can see inviting. Tal is inviting for e5. So now there is a problem that how to develop the knight. You can't play knight c6, so he played e5. There is no second thinking. Take it, check. Okay, I want to ask how should white play now? How should white continue? पीस तो दे दिया, आगे क्या करना है? Yeah. So what are you going to do now? Typical Tal. It's a typical Tal move. Welcome Deva Makwana and Jaswin Chaudhary. Abhi, now this wins with a combination. Ramakrishna, not queen check, not queen check. You know, Tal will jump, attack the bishop. You have to take it, bad threat, bad threat now. Now, knight here, c6 fails, he will win the queen. Knight check, either आएंगे तो knight into queen check, and if you come here, queen f5 check, queen f4 check will win the knight, queen. So, you cannot play nc6. The only move depend with queen. Queen b4 is the only move, only move. But then, how many, how many pawns you will get? Now the position, he will have 4 pawns versus piece. हो गया, चार चार pawn है. Okay, check, मारो, 4 pawns, only move. There is nothing I can do. Now the point is king cannot support. King cannot support this. The knight check is coming. Now 4 pawns for the exchange. There is nothing. It is even any ordinary player will start rolling. This is just nothing. Absolutely no hope now. And won the game. So this was a very nice active game by Mikhail Tal. Knight coming to center and finishing the game in style. Ramakrishna, I showed about the novelty you were asking in the morning. Dr. Senapati, good afternoon. Yeah, Tal was in his last year and when he was not well, he was very sick in the tournament before that. Now, the treatment of a positional player. I will show you Lottier and Carpo, a pure positional style player. 4 pawn up can give free knight. Yes, 4 pawn. You can give a rook also. Normally, rook is 5 point, but if 4 pawns you can give a rook also. What about knight? So, normally, I must tell you, if you are a d4 player, better safer line is to play knight. This is a safe line. If you play knight coming here, the problem is e5. And now pawn into d4, knight coming here, queen check. Abhi, now bishop is bad, queen into e5. And if you play here and don't take this giving a tempo, I think black is comfortable. Position is excellent. Black is very good. So, Rusil Shah, by the way, you never told what happened in the tournament after Tal got injured in the had some other fight. Actually, Skopje Olympiad, Tal went with the Soviet team. Normally, Tal was very indisciplined. Always will go to the bar, you know. So he went to the bar, and there were other lot of people fighting. Somebody threw a bottle hitting Tal's head. So Tal was injured, and he could not play 5 rounds. 5 rounds he could not play. But after 5 rounds, he was back to normal and started playing. So 5 rounds he lost. I mean, did not play, not lost. He did not play, and he was again, in the match with Boleslavsky, the police arrested him in the bar fight, and then he found his own adjourned game on the table of police officer. He told that, then police officer said, "Bada aya Tal, come on." He said, "Come on, we have a new Tal." Then Tal said, "I'm real Tal." Okay, uh, 2 or 3 days ago when Vidit Gujral played some immense opening, I have to download the game. You know, if somebody can send me the game, I can analyze. Vidit Gujarati is a very strong player. You know, his end game is par excellence. Very good end game player, and his opening choice very safe. I mean, for E4 he used to play Karokan, and E4 he used to play Karokan, Petrov, all this type of thing. But I think he has just no, mainly classical, Sicilian classical, mostly Sicilian classical, and he was only a D4 player, but now he has started E4 also. So I think Vidit Gujarati is a asset for Indian chess. I can compare him. What was Rahul Dravid to cricket? Vidit Gujarati to chess. When Rahul Dravid is there, you can count on a very safe wicket. Very slowly he will making runs, but a century will come. So Vidit Gujarati is there, then he does not lose. Very difficult to beat him. So in Olympiad, he secured many good result for Indian team, and I think now 27, 25 around that is very good, solid player. I played with him only once during the 2006, 7 around that area. 2006 or 7 or 8, I don't remember, where National was played in Goa. National B was played in Goa, and where I got a very good position, but eventually I made a mistake and lost. Okay. Yeah, of course. Soviet team won. There is always the problem is Soviet team. If one player is not at all playing, the remaining players are very strong. So the team won anyway. Soviet Union only they went to second once when Hungary took the title from them in 1979, somewhere around that area. 1979, I think. I don't remember the place, but Hungary became the won the gold medal, team gold medal, and then second was Russia. That was really a surprise thing. Hungarian team was Istvan Chom, Jula Sachs, Bilek, Ribli, Portis. Ribli, Portis, Sachs. I think Adorian was there, maybe. I think Adorian was there. Istvan Chom was there. Bilek was there. So Hungarian government became so happy with the result that they declared an incentive, lifelong monthly pension of 1 lakh forintos. Every month, 1 lakh forintos to all the players. Bonus. Forintos means, I would say, 4 rupees. It is like some 25,000 per month. But to six people, 25,000 a month for lifelong pension. Okay, it is not a big thing, but Hungary is, I mean, is not a very rich country, and that is a good thing, good gesture. Hello, Marmiksa. Hello, Naman Goenka. If somebody sends me the game, visit Gujarat's game, I will analyze. Okay, so let's go to the actual game of Carpo. So NC3, I must tell you, you have to warn that this can come. This is very important. Now here, knight f6, but you should know what to do for this. Okay, knight f6. The opening, there is no, it is very quiet. It was actually, it is necessary, you should develop pieces. This is rook has come against queen, or alternately, you could black also could do this. Now b5, b5, bishop d3, and now you can play a6 with the idea to play c5 with the idea b7 and c5. Why it is anyway better? Why it is anyway better? Now if you play rook here, he can play queen e7, queen g7, anything. Can you say some opening moves of the game? Some opening moves of the game. Which game? ईमेल आईडी में मेरा email ID में भेजा. You send me the game, I will analyze right now. No problem. Okay. So this is how a game could have happened. But here, this is a rook e8, and now this is not a good move. So white has got a little better game already. So you have to take it. I think white stands better. Now the point is the the bishop is not protected, so you cannot free. You can't free the easily. Plus, now if you play knight into knight, it is just a bad position, ramp, and always there is pressure. Then you have to play g6 when I play bd3, creating a lot of holes. So this is you cannot avoid it. That also. So only move. Other moves are not good. After this, queen e3, and this white is little better here. Okay, little better, slightly better position. But he played in the game knight into knight. Now black wants to free the game. After c5, draw. So he stops that. No c5. Now again threatening c5. तो हम क्या करेंगे? Now this is not working very well. You see, this position will not, because there is a weakness here d5. So after c5, the pieces will exchange very quickly. Not correct. So played good move, and now rook forced, because once rook is exchanged, then you cannot get c5. Now if you play c5, rook into rook and queen into bishop. So only move. No c5. Once again, no c5. Okay, now how to handle this kind of positions? You know, this is an excellent example demonstrated by Karpov. I think Karpov was 94 onwards, he was not serious anymore in chess. Karpov, he beat Timman in the FIDE World Championship 1993, and that year he won Linares with a super performance. Linares tournament, he won with a 3000 rating performance ahead of Kasparov and all the superior players. White on top. Even though the material factor is 1 pawn down, that white is better. Back rank is not clear, and passive position of the bishop. You can see this position Karpov exploited. Hello, Meet Mehta. Okay, when to make a decision to push c5 in Queen's Gambit. Okay, I will show you a position. Now b4. Check. So he wants to return. He wants to return to back rank. Back rank mate threat. Now you will never get c4. Now, even though white is a pawn down, white is completely having control. He just, this piece can never come out. He can never come out. The reason, suppose you go somewhere, then c6 will, b5 will come. If you leave the support, then pawn b5 is coming. Anyway, it is a threat now. So you have to stop b5. If queen b8, then first you make a d3, no check position, and now b5, winning. Next bishop into pawn. So queen exchange is not correct move. So in the game, he played b5. Now there is again, you can't free. Now queen cannot come back rank. Now the typical fianchetto formation, you want to play h5, h6. And if you take the pawn, then there is a problem on h7. Now the plan is, if you wait, for example, if you wait, first I will play no check position. You wait. Now I will play this. Returning push. And if you take, I will take bishop into pawn, come back, and then bishop back. Now bishop into pawn will come. If you exchange, take the same position as in the game. You cannot free because the king is coming, the bishop is coming, this ending is lost. Similar thing happened after the move he played h5. Now the king journey. Now the king is coming here. One, two, three, or four. It is coming later on. And now, despite pawn down, this ending is winning for white because he must give this pawn and completely cramped also. Even if you come here, the bishop is not able to come out, and the king pawn ending is bad. You must stop now. Free the bishop. That the whole point is you will create, the plan is you will create outside pass pawn 1 and 2, and then after taking, the pass pawn will come. So white is having a superior bishop, superior king, and possibility of an outside pass pawn. कुछ नहीं कर सकता है. He has to just wait. खत्म. आगे कुछ नहीं. अभी हो गया पास पान. अभी पास पान क्रिएट हो गया. But again, see very carefully why these moves are played. For example, now if you take pawn directly, he may play a move like f5. f5. अगर e5 सपोर्ट नहीं होगा तो किंग आ जाएगा, f5 आएगा, एंड पास करने से ड्रॉ, एंड पास नहीं करने से किंग f7 आ जाएगा. So be patient in end game before capturing. Strengthen the point. Now f5 is bad, and pass check and winning quickly. हो गया. Now if you play f5, king will enter to g6. Game over. Resign. कुछ नहीं कर सकता. So I will tell you, this is called Taras formula. A piece badly placed, it is Taras formula. Okay, maybe in that game, Parchman's file I can show you. Ludwig Parchman, a good writer. Ah, equal material but hopeless position. I mean this position. This is lost for black. Material equal, but the position it will lose because I want to give a check and then enter king. I want to bring the knight and give a check, and then after that I will play king h5. Then king will go to g6 slowly. The methodical win. Here he plays king f6 and winning the game slowly. So how to happen? The game continues now. Knight check. One more. Now there is another check will come. Then another check will come. King f5. So methodically, you can't play king and pawn ending. Maybe this is possible. Idea knight check. Then king f5 will come. This check is also enough. So gradually, inch by inch. So good knight, bad bishop, a typical thing. I want to show a position. Where is that? I am unable to get that at the moment. Okay, I will find out. I'll find out somewhere. Okay, let's go to the games. Hello, Kriba Parmar and Mukund Agarwal. Sir, can you please teach us how to look at the particular position or to analyze it like you? What would we look a position like you spot the weakness threat so easily? Okay, the answer is very simple. I have written hundreds of books. Sorry, I have read. I have read hundreds of books. You know, I have a huge chess library, maybe 1,000 chess books around. So I have read lot of articles, spent lot of my time in reading them. So it is easy for me to recollect a game and if a comment of a grandmaster. When you talk of hanging pawns, I've got some 8 or 10 games in my mind. Or you call IQP, or you call a bad piece, or you call exploiting an outpost. So it is you have to read lot of classic games. Grandmaster Shashi Kiran is very strong player. So how did he become so strong? After he became a GM, he spent I think a whole year studying the classics. You have to study classic to become a grandmaster. You need to master the classics. Thousands of positions must be in your mind. If you are analyzing a game, you will know around 15-20 good diagrams in your mind, taking decision making. So if you study about 400, 500 classic games, you will become very, very strong. So you can make a decision. This is good, bad. So you need to read on the board. Please don't read it on the internet, laptop or computer. It will go like a movie unless you analyze it on the board and write notes. There you will not go. So going on a laptop, you will only pass quickly because human mind is to go quickly. So reading classics is a big advantage. You know, now I don't have the nerves energy so much I can play, but I can tell this is a good position, this is a bad position. In my younger days, I was like a bullet. Mind was faster than bullet. This is finding quickly. But now I can say it is good. I can say it is bad. But I cannot execute like Marth Godani. Hello, Swam Das, welcome. So look here. A game. Black is hoping that white will play d4 and go to a regular line. So now I told you the idea. I told you he will be the queen, and now supposing you move the knight, there is a threat comes immediately. So his idea, I will jump at right time when you made threat. Suppose you move, then if you move some knight where knight g5 will come. White already got a better. Okay. Now there is pressure on the central point. So I want you to cool down and think how to make further progress. Getting a good position is one part. Now making a plan and executing. You need to now find a plan and execute your plan. Where is the advantage now? What are the advantages? Number one, white can create central pass pawn. आपके पास दो सेंटर में pawn है, तो ये possibility है. Central pass pawn is a very very important. So अभी हमको करना क्या है? First of all, knight c4 is coming. Knight c4 is coming. So I stop. This you should not allow counter attack. Then if you defend, then pawn b5. अगर ये knight आ गया तो आप you stopping knight e5. जब मूव करेंगे pawn b5, black is equal. अगर knight आ गया तो equal. So stop that. And now d5. Central pass pawn has come. It is a theme. Already I told about this theme. Big advantage. Further. Now there is an attack. The central pass pawn is the key. Why to play and win? Now the position is winning. Find out. Okay. Dibya, I will tell you what to do. I understand your problem. I will tell you what after this. Find out. Why to play and win the game. Can somebody help? Find out how white is winning. Ramakrishna, very well played. Queen d5. Queen d5. Now two threats. You cannot take knight into pawn. Queen into pawn, simply a piece down. Simply piece down. And knight takes pawn. Then there is a problem here. The knight is coming. There is a problem, I think. Because now if you move bishop into f6, will be disaster. No, no, no. I think then you can play queen into. Wait a minute. Suppose you play knight into pawn. Maybe I will come here. Maybe because I thought knight c6 is coming, but c6 is not good move here. In c6 is not good move because in c6 he can play queen d7, and now bishop into bishop, queen into c6 comes. But I have a good move here. I have a good move. What did I know? What did I miss this? Why? What happened? I thought NC6 was winning, but I think, don't you think bishop a3? This is troublesome. This is troublesome because if a knight moves, I can I can play just moving the queen, then rook at maybe just move the queen, then RD1 will fall. I think this is real troublesome. Where the knight will move now. I think this should be troublesome. If knight comes f5, maybe queen coming to b7 is good. Queen to e4 is good. Knight at double attack. And now this will fail to knight c6. Now rook d1 is winning almost. So in the game he played bishop takes, mate threat, and now this check and pass pawn, winning central pass pawn, forced, and now seven check and seventh piece, minimum one piece down. Rook into rook and queen one piece down. So the problem asked by Dibya, okay, I will tell you. Dibya says, I understand ideas and patterns in a game, but forget moves. If you ask, tell games of any grandmaster, I am unable to tell. The, this problem is very easy to solve. What you should do, Dibya, you are to analyze the game and write notes. Let us say I showed you the game. Okay, I showed you game of Arpo Lotia. You have to make the moves on the board and write notes. Analyze. You give comments. You will never forget. You just minute. For example, okay, I showed you a game here. I showed this. Okay, Carpo Lotier game. Carpo Lotier game. So this is a new move. So you can analyze this game. Here you can say this is DC4 is bad. DC4 is bad. Okay, this is white is little better. But you can give a reference Kramnik versus Van Valley. Van Valley white, Kramnik black. You can give, analyze that game. So this is a new move. You write notes, you will not forget. 10 times reading is equal to 1 time writing. Because when you write, the brain focuses. This is the move, this is the idea, and you write. That is why they give homework in school so that you practice and write. This is something like to making your homework. So you try this method and you see you will have a dramatic change. You will not forget. Divya Achal, you are from Tamil Nadu, Karnataka. Where are you from? Okay. Priti Rathi, good afternoon. Okay. Going to the next game. अच्छा ये तो हो गया ना अभी. This next. Which is the toughest move to find in chess? Okay. Toughest move is basically you need to make the correct evaluation and the correct planning and correct execution. You can play any opening. Opening doesn't matter. Plus equal plus. So you need to make a correct assessment of the position and make a okay. Let me do now. Okay, let us finish the opening part. Then I'll assess both cases. Now we need to develop these two minor pieces, and black need to develop these two pieces. Taking the pawn is bad. Knight e5 will come. You take the pawn, knight a3, knight e5. So this is bad. So you should have played maybe here. C5 is a reasonable move. Very sharp move, of course. C5. And if you take pawn into pawn, then knight a6. This is how the game could continue playing correctly. But black played not a such a good. So now the opening is over. The black player is playing game without completing development. So already the black position is bad. Okay. Now we need to make a plan. Advantage आ गया. White के पास advantage आ गया. White has got already advantage. So what to do now? You need to find a plan. Divya HL from Maharashtra. Okay. So I actually my family lives in Mumbai. I spent 40 years in Mumbai. 40 years, no joke. So now you need to Ramakrishna. This is the toughest moment. आपको एडवांटेज आ गया. Now you have to find a plan and execute the plan. This is the toughest moment. तो करना क्या है? Very nice. Okay. So B3 normal tempo. You are getting a tempo. Very very well played by Ramakrishna. Not exchange the dark square bishop. No, 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 no. Don't go for exchange. कुछ नहीं मिलेगा. If it is a middle game, queens on the board. Let us say, imagine my queen is at B3 somewhere. I exchange the bishop attack. So it will get nothing here. So already excellent position. This position is plus minus. क्यों? क्योंकि अभी ये नाइट को आने नहीं देता है. और ये जो बिशप है, ये पावर देखो. The development problem. You can't play this move. You cannot play in C6. You have lot of problem. आप ये डेवलपमेंट का प्रॉब्लम आ गया. प्लस white pieces are gunning on the queen side. और rook ready है. Position is it is worse than being a pawn down. अगर अगर एक pawn down भी रहेगा white तो भी ये जीत जाएगा. मार दो. And now attack. Simple. I opened the line for my white bishop. बचाते बचाते जान निकल जाएगा. अभी डेवलप करो. ये नहीं आएगा. गया पोजिशन. Okay. Now material of there is you have to only show your technical skill. इसमें कुछ नहीं आता. हो गया. The position is hopeless position क्योंकि अभी रूप आएगा और एक पॉन और जीतेगा. ये आएगा और ये मारेगा. This is simple with a plus point. आगे तो छोड़ो अभी. There is no need to see. We'll see. And I will show another game. This is important to see another game. Similar thing. Similar thing. Max Dulugi. Okay. Now, you see the similar situation, a problem that white creates for black. Now, this is a good move. preventing move counter play. You capture with the rook, you cannot free the game. You cannot free the game. Plus, so white has got center. Plus, white has got coordinated pieces nicely and central superiority. I want to push now. Basically, what is he doing? He is afraid he will push. So he makes sure NG4. No NG4. Again, I am giving a threat. No, no, no entry for knight. Now I will start pushing. Plus, the position already white is better. ये तो क्या हो गया क्या? ये नहीं ऐसा स्कोर सिटी बराबर नहीं. There is another game. Another game. Maybe here. Uh, was white. Not. I think I am not getting that possibly. Not getting that game. Not this. Anyway, I think I missed it. Maybe Dulugi was black. Which was white. Oh, I don't think so. Okay, I'll leave that because I don't need to spend time on searching. All right. So next game. Want to prepare before b5. English opening. One of the idea to play before b5, push the knight and pressure on b7 and open the a5, a3, b4. White is better. Now what is good with white? The a file I will capture one. This is one point, and their long term pressure on the b7 point. It was better to capture. It was better to capture than playing this move. There is a pin. अभी pin कहाँ लेकर जाएंगे? You have no good way to free the bishop. अभी queen placement is very difficult. That means you need to move the queen and to come to f7, which is leaving the c7 point. So plus normally the queen side attack is countered by king side counter. There is no king side attack possible. His own king is in a bad situation. Plus the position is plus minus. How to handle that? You have to attack the weak point one by one. Now Botvinnik always exchange the main defender of the position. Botvinnik Sorokin game. I am trying to remind you. White Botvinnik Sorokin 1931. So just exchange the queen. You will not be able to defend all dark squares. This point, the knight is in also not good place. Simplest way. Defend only move. Position is winning now. B7 pawn will fall. With that the game is gone. I want to go further because the technical aspect also white played very well. Very well. Forced and now picked up. Material factor, it is not much. Only it is one extra pawn. But white has a decisive advantage. Number one, the bishop is having a role. This is knights are passive and target. And also this pawn can continuously give a threat on this c7. Continuously. You can't free. Notice that how forcefully white wins. Check. You cannot go. Then bishop check will come. So only move. Only move. Now if you go down, then check and winning exchange. The typical end game. Rook check and knight check. I will give you now. If you go rook c8 check, the only move. Then knight check picks up the exchange. So it is lost. Now if you go down, it is lost. If you go somewhere knight for, you cannot come here. Lost. I showed the games of Janos Plus because I read a book by Janos Plus, Planning in Chess. A very fine book, very small book, but very excellent book, Planning in Chess. Now, I don't want to take the you get nothing, and I don't want to play this. This will not also get a great game. So E3 stopping D4. Not the good move. The position actually white is little better, but it is a bad move. What I should have done, by the way, when I tell a bad move, I should suggest a good move. Perhaps this is a better move. Because you come here, rook c1 comes. So I will come here with the idea to win the rook or a rook and then start action. You need to find a way to control. I don't want this come. So to control on e5 square, then rook d8 and then pawn into pawn, it's okay. Here, queen is protect. No, 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 no. When you play here, the queen is protecting this bishop. No tricks will happen. And next, I will play rook and I can take pawn into pawn with roughly equal chances. But a bad move. This is a bad move. And the pawn is weak pawn and Taras formula. Badly placed bishop. अभी वो छोड़ेगा नहीं. I will now capture with the piece and keep the pawn weak. कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता है. I want to actually come back but make it as much inconvenient. This is just bad. Abhi, the square, the weak pawn IQP, the square in front of the pawn is very important. White has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 control. That means he can never push it. Black can never push the pawn. This is bad. Bad piece and a bad pawn. And then the targets. Why this? The point is you need to regroup. I want the bishop here. The queen is blocking the bishop. I want my bishop at d2 and the queen will be free. Very well regroupment. RC1. The position is now plus minus. Take and win the pawn. कुछ नहीं बचा है. कुछ नहीं बचा है. जिस हो गया काम. You exchange that one extra pawn and gradually another weakness is there. Second pawn will fall. Now improvement. Continuously you have to improve. All you have to do, you would improve and start giving threats and observe what opponent is trying to do. Very good. Now next move, I am going to bring the queen and come to c6. खत्म हो गया. ये तो blunder है, but anyway it is you cannot really improve the position. The position is lost only. I sent you the game of Vidit and two doubts of mine in the first text annotation. In the mail, okay, I'll check the mail now. I'll check the mail. गेम में 20। हाँ भाई, इधर अटैचमेंट, देर इज नो अटैचमेंट हियर। ओ या, देर इज एन अटैचमेंट। हाँ, डाउनलोड नहीं हो रहा है। फाइल फॉर emailing Fijian। Okay, let's see। I'll check that। Vidit versus Anis. Is this the one? Anis Giri. So, what was the doubt you are asking here? First, text annotation. There is no text annotation here, but doesn't matter. We'll have a look at the game. White is Vidit Gujarati, black is Anis Giri, and it is just played 22nd November। यानी कि सिर्फ 4-5 दिन पहले की बात है। There are many plans here. Many plans. White can play h3. White can play rook b1. Rook b1 is a very solid line, sharp line. But there is a problem. You take, and queen check. Now queen d2. Now this queen exchange will take place. Queen exchange will take place. Now bd2. You can take, but white will get an advantage after this. I guess white gets an advantage after bishop here. The queen has got, or keep moving only. It is not good now. So, and if you play queen, the queen exchange that end game. So this is one of the issue, and the main issue here, RB1. No. I want to say RB1. RB1. Now you castle. Now the point is, I cannot push. There is a check is there. So I will play here. Maybe here S3 waiting. Now if you play NC6, I am going to push. Now check BD2. Now take. Now you have to return, because if you do not return the material, queen is entering here sometime. Very dangerous. Now if you come here, take. The material equal, but white stands better. I guess white stands better here. Okay. So this is RB1 is an interesting idea, but in the actual game, these are all theoretically Gisapita line hai. So they must play differently. B E3. This is a line which was played by Fisher, Fisher. If you exchange, then the end game is superior for white. You take, I will take pawn into, and exchange then queen. White gets a long-term initiative. Welcome to the exchange of queens. Now, if you exchange queens, white gets better game, as in Kasparov, Romaninsin. White is Garibhai Kasparov, black is Oleg Romaninsin. Now, rook c5 is coming. You better watch. You better watch the threat. Every time notice the threat. वो rook I को आया. He wants to give a threat. अगर कैसल करोगे तो व्हाइट प्लस माइनस हो जाए, प्लस माइनस हो जाएगा। नेक्स्ट मूव c4. You come here, I will take, and now this is plus. Fantastic center. So you cannot, the moment rook has come, this is supported, so a threat is coming. ये प्लस है. Again, I must tell you, this is not a end game. A middle game without queens. So going for the h4 h5. Or if you play, you allow, white is better. If you play, then securing a square at g5. डेवलपमेंट प्रॉब्लम है. अभी ये रुक आ जाएगा c1. I feel white is good here, but at that point, at that level, the preparation is very high. So at to what diagram they are looking, I am in favor of white. White stands better. Everything he is playing logically, very logical. All the point guarded. I doubt that this is okay. This is not good move. Maybe here, maybe here, maybe maybe in this position he played this move. It could be possible. Maybe is it possible to play this? Is it possible? Because in the variation I would have improved the game by playing king coming up to e4. So here he plays this. If my king was there, I could have played king f, and the king will come to center. So that is why. But I don't know. There could be other problems here. You cannot comment on such high level grandmaster games casually. I cannot say that. White looks good to me so far. Maybe I think this may not be the correct move here. What is wrong? What is wrong if we play g4? What is wrong with this? Bishop a3 is coming? No, no problem. Bishop a3 can come. So in the game he plays knight b3. Now bishop a3. It looks level to me. It looks level. Black's only plan is 2-1 majority. Black's only plan is 2-1 majority. और कुछ नहीं. वो इतना मुश्किल नहीं है. मेरा king पास में है. White king is closer, so he can always fight against this 2-1 king. अच्छा, ये प्रॉब्लम आ गया है. Now rook into rook counter play will come. If you play rook into rook and counter play. So he played rook. Problem is there is a problem now. So somewhere at this point the game may be equal. At this point, so here this point, I think the game may be equal here. Why you must play rook? Why you must play rook c1 for giving a threat? Why you have to play rook c1? Now I don't want to play s3, because the restriction of bishop is a good thing, but he will have bishop here. He will have bishop e6. So I don't want that. Maybe this is interesting. And next move I want to play s3. And if you play b5, bishop d5 is coming. It should be okay. Now I am ready to castle and coordinate my pieces. This should be all right. Now after bb7, I will castle. Now you want to play e6 or you want to do castle? क्या करना चाहोगे आप? Huh? Maybe bishop, because here the rook is there. Rook is there. Maybe bishop, I would play bishop. Maybe I will play here. Maybe no. It is not easy. You have to analyze. I cannot comment on these opening moves. I just you have to study thoroughly. Okay. Anything if so, I did not understand well. Did you mean to? I don't understand. Sir, Bauer Christian अभी जिंदा है. I don't know if he has. I don't know. I think he is young. He is not passed away. Can you please show this game and tell defense for black? Dibya, where is the game? Two more games with attachment. Okay, I will see. ये तो है. Where is the attachment here? ये है. ये कौन है? तन्मय आजमेरा. This one. गोदावी. Hey, maybe this is not the best move at the moment. You must keep the position not closed. You must keep not the position closed here. So here your correct decision, black. I would recommend to play the queen with the idea. Next move, I want to bring the rook. So this is the right way to play. Seize the file first. I think this is good. This is a good position now. Maybe queen was better placed on b6. I think this is how you should have played. You should coordinate the rook first and seize the file. Okay, let us see your game. You played b3. Here, here, I think he should not take it. White should have pushed this. White should have pushed this. This is better way to play. But taking now black got counterplay. Counterplay. Just a minute. Just a minute. Why you want to do this? Why don't take the bishop? This bishop is very important. You take the bishop and further open up. So I would say you take the bishop. You take it. Now you play e5. It looks good for it. It appears to me black is better here. Bishop pair you open. Bishop b5 will come anytime. Now you go knight f3 or you capture and go nf3. It doesn't matter. So here you played the move here queen c7. So bhagya bishop. This is fantastic position anyway. Why this move? Now you said your knight is very good, so you enter. You enter the knight. I don't see what you will do for this. इसके लिए क्या करेगा वो? कहाँ जाएगा? You missed this maybe. Ankit Dave, best book for opening lines. Okay, I will recommend a simple book for intermediate players. I mean players who are below 2200. For them, I am recommending. below 2200, I find the finest book to know all the openings and ideas. Modern chess opening, the last edition. I think 15. I don't know whether 16 edition has come. Modern chess opening, revised by Defermian, 15th edition of modern chess opening. So one move ahead. So okay, I think here what is wrong with this thing? Knight coming here and knight coming here, exchange gone. So अभी क्या खेला आपने? ये खेला. Okay, you found that move anyway. तो अभी ये क्या बचा है? ये तो अभी एक्सचेंज डाउन है, इसीलिए मैं फाइल नहीं कर रहा था. No, I don't want to go into run into bishop f1. अभी बिशप f1 आ रहा है ना, क्यों जाएगा उधर में? What would have done for bf1? Okay, knight into and there is a fork. Okay, all right. I don't like this bishop into knight. It's simply winning position. I think this is just winning. Bishop into bishop should win. तो आप ये मारोगे मारोगे ना, तो मेरे तो टेम्पो तो है, ये तो टेम्पो है ही है. कितना वीक पॉन है. देर आर नाउ नॉट ओनली पॉन अप, ये सब वीक है. अब ये इसका क्या जवाब है? what you will do for this? What is you doing for this? Now bishop f3 rook attack. अभी बोर्ड पे इक्वल पीसेस, एक्सचेंज डाउन. नाउ इफ यू गिव मी एक्सचेंज आई विल पीस अप. अभी बचाना पड़ेगा ना, कि अगर बचाएंगे तो पीस डाउन हो जाएगा. तो एक्सचेंज तो देना मजबूर है, नहीं तो पीस डाउन. तो अभी नाइट आएगा तो मार देगा. क्या करेगा अभी? आई थिंक इट इज विनिंग. bf3 वाज विनिंग. nd7, nd7 में क्या है? nd7 में ये मारो, ये मारेगा. अब ये मारो. ओ, आई सी यू हैव गॉट rook coming there. फिर भी ये जाएगा. अभी ये गेम जाना चाहिए. 5 pawns, 4 pawns, all weak pawns are there. maybe. I want to take this only, this only. Now you come here. Yes, this must be like a winning position. It appears to me. Now in night I take this fell. Fantastic position. 5 pawn, 3 pawn, 2 pawn for exchange. There is also weakness. This looks very strong position. This position is strong for black because ये pawn गया तो ये roller coaster है. This is a good position. Okay, so in the game I will see actual game what has happened. No, no, no. You cannot play with the pawn on f3. This is the rook has become passive now. You know the pawn is. This is not idea to allow a diagram. The pawn is choking black. So active rook. You know he has an active rook. He has an active rook, and you know this position I do not appreciate to have the position rook is active and pawn there king active. So I think it is not a good idea to play such a position. Bad position. So here you should have played maybe bishop takes pawn. This looks to me that you take the bishop and take the pawn. You take this and take this pawn. This looks good. This looks good. Now I can just attack the pawn also. So first of all you lose time. Lose time here. Now पोजीशन में बहुत तकलीफ होगा अभी शायद ये मारो ये आओ तो क्या करेगा कम हियर how are you going to defend that hmm? इसको कैसे बचाएगा भाई ओके bg2 you have not counted only you have not counted bg2 ठीक है ये जो खेला आपने मारा this in my game should be equal but allowing you know allowing allowing this pawn to come forward was not good maybe so this position okay here I would take the pawn I would take the pawn now आओ चेक देगा किंग आ जाओ ये मारोगे तो क्या होगा अभी ये दिस इज ओके द नाइट इज वॉचिंग द d4 स्क्वायर और इमरजेंसी के लिए तो है सो आई थिंक इट्स ओके बिशप को बिठा दो इधर इट शुड बी ओके ऑल राइट ओके आई ओवरलुक्ड ओके नेक्स्ट सी द गेम में क्या हुआ इन गेम आई विल जस्ट चेक सो यू रिटर्न अ गुड नोट्स आई अप्रिशिएट This will really help. Writing like this, lot of comment. It's a good idea, very good thing. Whatever you do, you are on the right track. So the game became, you won the game. Okay, anyway, all right. तो और एक गेम एनोटेटेड गेम किसका दिया है? अनरिम. B93. White is slightly better. White is little better here already. F5 square. There is no comment necessary. All this is very natural and suits style of stall. You create a weakness. All size becomes very big. You know, his eyeballs become very big. It blows. In that Cartoon Network, you know, that is, Cartoon Network, the eyes becomes big like that. This is just opening the position. Threat by threat, threat by threat, threat. Which G7 is a threat. What? Pawn on the seventh house. You know, this this reminds me that Tal and Kathy Forbes. Kathy is Tal. Kathy beat the pawns rolling. This reminds me that Kathy's game with Tal with white and Kathy black. This is finishing the game. Okay, this is good plan. It happened in Keres also. I mean, Tal Keres, a similar thing happened. Pawns rolling, two pass pawns. And Kathy's game, I must show you that Kathy game, which is entertaining. टाल कैथी. एक मिनट. कहाँ भाई ये जो है इधर ही रखा रखा है मैं. एक मिनट इधर ही रहेगा. नहीं इसमें नहीं है. वो है इसमें नहीं. वो रहेगा इसमें रहेगा. इसमें रहेगा. प्लेयर कैथी. नहीं. Okay, I can get other way. I remember the code also, so I can get it like this. I can get the code and get Kathy Forbes. Now the standard plan, you play Bishop D7. This is a normal move. BD7, long castle, Rook C8. But she played this bad moves. Knight D7. Now theoretically, now white gets better game simply by playing queen to D3, queen E2. This is normal game. Tal played H5. You know, giving this bishop is very important for the attack to exchange. So Normally, players will avoid giving the bishop. They play move like queen to d3 with an advantage for white. But that's fine. Now, black simply exchanged, thinking it is going closer to draw. Opponent do. Now she keeps on exchanging. It is necessary to protect. It is necessary to protect the pawn. Now giving a threat. So she wants to draw all pieces exchange and draw. So Tal gives here queen. The pawn into will lose very quickly. After pawn into, he will lose quickly. एक क्या करेंगे इधर? I think queen check, and then maybe this is finished. This is finished. So you cannot do that. So here plays queen into check. The immediate pawn push does not work because queen g4 will come, rook g1 will come. So he brings queen. Now immediate pawn push also will fail. After pawn push, the queen will defend. Check, queen will come here, defending everything. So it is not a good idea. So he played first move, diverting the queen from the g5. If you play queen takes, now of course, this is not working. Queen g2 will come, but he will play queen check, and now pawn mate threat, and after this mate. So he cannot take that. He cannot take the knight. So he played rook. Queen check. Again, if you push the pawn, queen g4 is coming. So control g4 square, and now push. Defending. Now mate threat. Rook cannot come. Of course, rook cannot come. The only defense. But then pawn push. Idea. Now mate. Only move. Now queen check. this is this is this is ridiculous defense. Now takes. You take this way, and this way you will give the queen. So pawn into, allow a knight check. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I have written. You have written a doubt in first annotation. What is the doubt? Where is the doubt you give? What is the annotation? It is incorrect precise defense. Where is your comment? Where is the doubt? I don't see. No comment so far. Tal missed this possibility. Okay, rook 1, h4. Okay, I will tell you, when nowadays they put the, lot of player fed the games of Tal to engine, and the sacrifices are repeated. Actually, engine can beat even Carlson. Today, chess engines are so strong, it can beat Carlson. So I don't say that it is human move. It is but natural. You go for attack. So who is commenting that rook f3 with the help of engine? They are all doing this. So if you see, you cannot play chess. Every move, if you play correctly, then Tal said life will be very boring. So you have to make some ups and downs. eh? So okay, Tal missed this because you, after seeing the engine, it is all easy to comment. So I think this is nothing wrong. Psychologically, a player is trying to attack. Tal style. Okay, it's okay. I leave this. Now going for the remaining games as selected. Time चला जाता है कैसा? Oh, Lottier Kasparov. So, black has an active position. Playing such a manner, it could be very risky. You have to cope up. You should be ready to give some material sometime for initiative because the game looks out of control sometimes. Okay, I will just check that. Let me show these games. वो ऐसा ही रह जाता है. I want to finish these games. So here he takes away opponent from the stride and creates imbalance position. Excellent, excellent new idea. Before some different move was played. Before they used to play other moves. Good move. Creating weakness. Play F3 only move. हो गया अभी weakness create हो गया. An imbalance position has been created. E3 square, knight coming. Now you can see Kasparov's game, all the pieces remain very actively. Rook E3. Okay, idea knight coming there. You have to stop that. Very active position. Now, tempo, a diagram. You should take a picture. All the pieces, black pieces are centralized, working very well. Blocking the pawn, and now D3 square, rather forced. A pass pawn has been created. The ending is bad. Forcing the end game. Then the mating attack will come. And a pass pawn with there should be no problem in this position. The black king is more active and he has a pass pawn. It should win slowly. Connecting. मुझे कनेक्शन दे दो ठाकुर. ठाकुर नाइट इन नाइट मारो. कनेक्शन हो गया. The king is enough to watch this pawn. This is not my problem. King can come, always come. Or king can come by f8. Forced. Well played. Excellent target. Lost. The position is lost. Because Abhi, if you take this pawn, then this pawn will fall. And if you come here, anyway, I am going to play bishop here. You can't take the bishop. Next bishop into bishop and this pass pawn. So any which way he loses. Outside pass pawn, finish. Yeah. फोन के कनेक्शन से साथ ब्रॉडबैंड कनेक्शन हो गया. कनेक्शन दे दो ठाकुर. राजा रविशेखर यूज टू गिव द डायलॉग. कनेक्शन दे दो ठाकुर. So let me show you King's Gambit, Gary Kasparov. So this is the Bobby Fischer lost a game to Spassky. 1960 Olympiad, Bobby Fischer lost a game by playing E4 E5 King's Gambit. So then he wrote an article. Bust of King's Gambit. Busting the King's Gambit. So Fisher said that D6 till today this is authentic and best. The knight does not come. If you play normal, you will not get anything. Suppose you will play normal moves, then I will play bishop. You will play castle. Then I will play h6. Why h6? I want my I want my knight to come here. This is the Fisher's idea. So I will play h6. Now you play c3, knight here, black on top. अभी कुछ नहीं मिलेगा, knight आ जाएगा, सीधा one pawn. So this is the Fisher's plan. So bishop g7 played in the game h4 naturally. अभी आजकल ये सब नया थ्योरी चालू हो गया. हंगेरियन ग्रैंड मास्टर पीटर लेको स्टार्टेड दिस f5. So this is also a good plan. Go. Now the sacrifice, the point is why black can always return the piece. So you accept the sack. Now black can always return the piece and win the game. Back. A tempo. Now the main problem King's Gambit, a lot of development for white. So tempo. Bachao, you can't push d5. So okay, now defend the bishop. C7 pawn is not a problem. Defend the bishop. Idea now he's going to attack the rook. This is the main culprit. ये bishop गया तो आगे कुछ नहीं मिलेगा. This is the only one. Take. Now reducing pieces will end up the attack. Now bishop e6. Development complete. Why this move? Why not? Because always this threat comes. So the knight is coming here to defend. Idea g3 knight f3 will come. Don't stay. King should not be brave to stay in the line of queen. Cut jao king. Development complete. One extra piece. Piece is a piece is a piece. Khatam. The whole this point is queen is overloaded. Overloaded queen to defend this and this square both. So आ गया. Knight से मारेंगे तो गेम खत्म हो जाएगा. Knight is busy for the f3 square. g3 को लिए f3. So you have to move, but then rook into. Queen से मारेंगे तो टेम्पो में. Tempo खत्म. King or queen, your choice. But all these things, Kasparov timed it well, judgment, and उसके बाद Morozovich King's Gambit खेलना छोड़ दिया. So Morozovich played Royal Lopez, and he made a comment that I used to blunder a pawn on the second. But I will show you, King's Gambit is not bad. King's Gambit today theoretically only equal. E4, E5. Now I will tell you, this is not the best. Modern theory is this. But anyway, in my opinion, black is not doing so badly. This is still okay. Now this is not okay. Now f4 under attack, g4 under attack. You cannot allow queen g4. You cannot allow queen g4. Now bishop c4 double attack. So check. You cannot take, knight into fork is there. So at the moment white is a rook down, but very good compensation. The black king, white is looking at the black king's position. Check, check. Now just want to castle quickly. Knight into check is there. Now knight check, king will come. So I don't want to keep that in reserve. Your knight cannot be allowed. Your knight is not allowed. And after this, white has the initiative. Because one of the knight will fall. Advantage for white. For being exchanged down, he has got three pawns for being exchanged down. So it is playable. It is playable. King's Gambit is fully playable. देखो, actually, when I started my career, I used to play King's Gambit, thinking it is great attacking. But later on, I found out it is black has many possibilities to equalize. However, that knowledge helped me in many other games because you get used to the open lines. King's Gambit, you get used to a lot of practice, sacrifices, open line. So it helped me. And sometimes, occasionally, in a bridge game, I play. A line also which is passive but fully playable. Even this is good. Even this is also a good line. And pass, okay. Now you have to take with the queen because a tempo. There is a threat here. C5 check. Oh, this is bad. Now, so far, Koblenz, black is a trainer of Tal. Black, who is the one, he created Tal, became strong under his training. Alexander Koblenz. So here, I would say the correct move is to play C6. This is more correct. You must not allow. You must not allow. Now, if you play some move like attacking, then I can throw. Suppose you play like this, I can return the extra pawn and collect the bishop. This is okay. And you have to take, you have to come. So I gain time. Now take, and now you have to come here. BF5 should not be allowed easily. So this is okay. I think white stands better. Rook E1 and take the pawn. So here, this is a bad move. Theory. Now he played this knight E3. Not good. Now the knight success is there. He is facing the problem now. White now has white has got center and more open lines. F line. Material may be equal. Plus. This line is okay. I think Maya Chibunidis played black and beat a regular King's Gambit player. You know, Johnny Hector also. You see, this one, B7, you have to play this. And now, knight F6, you have to push this. Queen E2 is not dangerous. Queen E2 is nothing. So, here, now, you cannot play S3. You can't play Bishop check is coming. Bishop check is coming. So, you have to play castle. But then this. Force. Now I'm giving force and queen takes. So a lot of development taken place. There is another sideline which is also worth noting. E4, E5. Now black can also play queen check. Black can also play queen check. In a rapid game, it is fun. So G3, what else? We are not going to play this, right? So G3, now queen back. Idea, I want to take pawn and E4 pawn hanging. E4 pawn. तो आप मारोगे I will not take this pawn. I will play d6. Now pawn takes pawn. Black will have superior pawn structure. The only move. And now take. Now you can do whatever. This is excellent structure. I will play h5, h4. This is a good position. And in case now the defect of the variation, why this line is not played in tournament, I will tell you. Now pawn into pawn d3, white has a good move, b3. Now if you play pawn takes pawn, bishop a3, white stands better. This is the defect of black. And if you play queen into pawn, then knight c3 and knight f3. Knight c3 followed by knight f3. But white players should know this move, no? अगर ये पोजीशन पे ये मारेगा, it is good. Now if you play normal moves, also it is good for black. I can play this, and now this is excellent position. This structure king side is little loose, so this is an interesting idea. G3, you come back and pawn into pawn d6. Ramakrishna, I have covered d4 in my lecture earlier. I have covered the reporter for d4. Maybe I can give a crash course here. I can give 10 minutes is there. I can give a crash course on d4. Okay, यहाँ तक गया है ना. I have gone up to Morozovich Kasparov. Okay, not here. Morozovich Kasparov तो गया. Okay, I will go from next tomorrow. All of this. So I will give a crash course on d4. D. Now there are two replies: d5 or knight f6. So you play d5. You play d5. I will play c4. Now you play Slav or e6. So for this, either you can prepare exchange variation and c3, knight f6. Now take, and bishop g5. Now b e7, e3. Now castle b d3, and then after you play this knight e2, Kasparov short. Model game: white is Garry Kasparov, black is short. This line is good. This is a good line. So because you cannot play all the 7 6 7 variations, Tatak over Taras, then some Laskar. You don't play the main line. I'm giving a simple line. You take and play bg5. Now let us say d4 d5. Now c4 c6 c6. For this, I recommend you play knight f3, knight f6. Now you play queen c2, because I don't want a lot of complication. अभी कोई कॉम्प्लिकेशन नहीं है. ये पॉन डिफेंडेड है. नेक्स्ट मूव g3 bg2 कैसल करेगा. देन व्हाइट हैज अ गुड गेम ऑलरेडी. आप अगर ये मूव करोगे तो दिस इज क्वीन c2. आई रिकमेंड very easy line for Slav. This is getting nothing. You play pawn into pawn, you get no advantage. So queen c2. This is a very safe line. Or this is played by top players. Miles, Kasparov, many players. So Slav के लिए ये खेलो. And queen's gambit exchange के लिए pawn takes pawn मारो. And now the other line d4 d5 छोड़ दो. d4 d5 c4 e6 e6. Now in c3 c5. Here c5, you take knight f3. Knight c6 g3. This is definite plus equal. All lines. टारास के लिए रूबिनस्टाइन, तो आपके लिए दूसरा कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं रहेगा. So this is what you work. Now go to knight f6. Now sorry. Now d4 knight f6. So you play c4 always. Don't play this nf3. Don't play nc3. Play always the main line. Now Kings Indian, Grunfeld, Benko, Benoni, Window India. These are the five. Budapest सब कुछ खराब है. These are all bad lines. बुडापेस्ट और क्या अल्विन काउंटर, ये सब खराब लाइन है. तो अभी बुडापेस्ट पे करेंगे तो मार देगा. If you come here, then play e3. Take here, then knight s3. Now knight will come to f4 plus minus. This is plus. Very easy plus. Budapest के लिए. Now you play knight f6, c4, g6. Then c3, bg7. Now e4, d6. Here you have a wide range of choice. आपके you can play Abarbok, you can play the main line Fortuner variation. You can play Pano. I will tell you, you play the shortest and quickest preparation, knight f3, castle, bishop e5. Now, castle. If you take it, white gets a comfortable game. So, knight c6, main line. So, d5. Now, this is Pano. This is called Korchnoi. This is called the Pano. Pano is good. I want a quick action. अभी ये नाइट लाएगा बिशप लाएगा. If I play here, he will play he will play the move knight. Then I play b3. He play f5. I will play f3. He will play f4. I will play. So सर्कस क्यों? अभी he will play g5 with the idea rook is coming. ये सब क्यों करना है? जब भी very quickly you come for a queen side attack right away. मेन लाइन छोड़ो ना, ये खेलो. तुरंत मैं एक्शन में जा रहा हूँ. I go for quick action. So ये इसको बोलते हैं पानो. This is called the Korchnoi variation. Now g5, now nd3. This is Korchnoi. This is called pano, and you can play the other line. For example, here castle b2. You can play this. This is Larsen, Bent Larsen line. अच्छा है. You come here, then bishop g5. This is also good line. You come here, I come back. I don't want to play bd2. I come back. This position is compromise. This is a good position. So this is called Bent Larsen, and also you can also play here. This is called Auerbach. Here nc3. Not this. Yeah, knight here, castle. This is called Auerbach. Auerbach. ये भी अच्छा है. You can't play e5. एक pawn चला जाएगा. Now you have to play c5. Now you can play d5 with a small advantage. So King's Indian के लिए and Grunfeld, you can prepare some simple lines. Now knight c3, d5, d5. This is called Grunfeld. There are two lines. This is called exchange variation, and this is very sharp. And it is not that white has under black has counterplay also. So I recommend a safer system for you, knight f3. This is known as the Russian system. Russian system. After that, bg7, and now you can play queen b3. This is the main line. Also, you can give a check. Give a check. Now bishop d7 will come, and now queen will come. So this is giving a twist. You are forced to play this. Other moves are just bad. You are forced to play. And now you can play here. I mean, this is bad. Here, this is bad. You have to take this. Now in my castle. Now e4. I think both side has, but white position is preferable. I think white position is slightly better. तो आप ये भी खेल सकते हो या डायरेक्ट क्वीन b3 खेलो. If you don't want check, you play queen b3, but the check is good, and you play queen b3. This is also good. So Grunfeld के लिए अच्छा है. And Nimzo Indian, Queen's Indian, you have to choose. Maybe Queen's Indian is better than allowing Nimzo Indian. So d4, knight f6, c4, e6. This is you have choice. Now here bishop check is not so good. d6. Bishop check, white gets little better. bd2. Now queen e7, d3. Now castle, bishop g2, and white stands better. Now I want to move the bishop. So you can exchange, you can play a5. Whatever, white stands small advantage. And you can go also, bishop here, you can go back. In this case also, white stands better. So mostly modern players will play what you call Queen's Indian. For Queen's Indian, you play now here classical. Now bishop b7, bishop g7, you have to prepare. b15, b15 code. Yeah, you can allow Grunfeld. You cannot, Grunfeld, you cannot stop. For example, d4, nf6, c4, g6. This stops Grunfeld. Because now d5 is bad. I take, and sorry, you take, and I get e4 with an excellent position. So you can play, all these things, Grunfeld. it is you can play. Don't stop. Always play main line. My advice: do not avoid. क्यों अवॉइड करना है? चेस खेलना कोई कंपलसरी चीज नहीं है. यू हैव कम टू प्ले एंड एंजॉय द गेम. सो व्हाई अवॉइड? प्ले, अलाउ द लाइन. क्या कर लेगा? ग्रूनफेल्ड कोई विनिंग नहीं है. देयर इज अ बुक रिटन, विनिंग विद द ग्रूनफेल्ड. Beating the Royal Opens, winning with the Grunfeld, beating the Sicilian. All these are rubbish. So don't say it is winning or just play normal queen. For your question D4, I will tell you. आपको मैं बता रहा हूँ. You should study the D4 grandmasters. Like you should study Korchnoi, Portis, Grigoric, Olugowski. These are the past grandmasters. And you can study games of also modern grandmasters. Carlson plays both e4, d4. Whereas in the modern chess, there are a lot of Kramnik. I think studying Kramnik is very useful. Kasparov and Kramnik, modern players. Among the old players, you start the old players because you will not miss the classics. Then you go to the modern player like Kasparov and I would say Kramnik and all. So, Benko Benon, you make a report tag. I have covered, I think, lot of lines. So, we'll look around tomorrow again, morning 9:30. So, तब तक सबको मेरा नमस्कार. See you morning 9:30. Take care. Bye.